back here with David Samson. And David, I want to bring up your keys for the Astros to victory. Okay, I want to show the viewers that maybe didn't see us before the game. Split not guaranteed, score first and add on, get top of the lineup going, and Valdez be the ace. Check, 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 and check. Let's start with the last one there. Let's start at the bottom. Framber Valdez was the ace on this night.
What I should have put in was SDI, shutdown inning. What is the difference between the game last night and the game tonight? The Astros got off to the lead very quickly, got 3 runs. This time they did it in 4 pitches tonight's game. But they had an early lead of 3-0, 5-0. Then the Phillies come to the plate. Last night, Verlander starts getting tired. Baker stays with him. Verlander gives it up. Tie game. Tonight, Framber Valdez, maybe getting a little tired. Dusty Baker stays with him. He gets it done. Shutdown inning happens, and the Astros keep the lead. Now, it ends up a 5-2 game with a little sacrifice fly by Segura, a little thing in the 9th. But guess what? It never felt like Game 1. The Astros were in control the entire time due to Valdez, who had his curveball working. He was a little wild with the fastball command in the early innings, and then he got some swing and misses and some called strikes in the middle innings on the fastball. And if you don't sit on one of those 2 pitches, you cannot get a hit off him if you're trying to guess what's coming next. To Harper, all fastballs. To JT Realmuto, all breaking balls. He had another great approach. Compliments to the scouts, development people, the pro scouts, the advanced scouts, people who put the game plan in place for these pitchers against Philadelphia hitters. There was execution on behalf of Framber Valdez, and they tie the series, which they had to do heading back to Philadelphia.
Bryce Harper 0 for 4 in this game, snaps an 11-game hit streak in the postseason here. Speaking of hits, 3 doubles to start this game. The Astros, the first team to ever start a World Series game with 3 consecutive doubles. They had 2 runs on 4 pitches. It was something that you do not see often. Yes, sometimes you see it, but that way, that was special.
How about never, Hakeem?
Well,
as a game started with 3 extra base hits in a row to start the game for one of the 2 teams.
Right, but
never.
You had seen a couple runs on 4 pitches before, just not that way. That's what I'm saying.
Never. I've never seen 3 straight doubles to start a game.
Right.
It was a World Series record. Look at what Altuve did. He started the game first pitch. Zach Wheeler tries to go fastball. Altuve's been showing patience these previous few games. Guess what? Patience for him doesn't work. He sniped it, and he hit a hard line drive double. All of a sudden, up comes Pena. Rookie Pena. Guess what? Double. 1-0 before. People haven't even found their seats. The players haven't ripped open the sunflower seed bag yet. It's not even open in the dugout. That's how early in the game. Alvarez comes up. Double after taking a pitch.
Yeah.
Or fouling a pitch off.
Fouling a pitch off.
4 pitches, 2-0. What does that mean? That means that against Wheeler, they were very clear before the game started what they wanted to do. They wanted to score first, and then they wanted to add on exactly what we talked about. They did all of that while getting Altuve hot, which is so critical. And then you have someone like Valdez, who those Astro players, they look at Valdez like their stopper, like their ace, the way the Phillies look at Wheeler. But Wheeler did not look as sharp early. Valdez was able to hold the Phillies after the Astros scored, and that's how this game unfolded. Way less drama because the starting pitcher was better, and the bullpen again locked down the Phillies.
Yeah, I just want to clarify. We've seen 2 runs on 2 pitches before. We see that all the time, back-to-back homers. But we've never seen this before. It was incredible.
A great start, an exciting start. It got the crowd back into it. It's deflating. I was thinking during the game, winning Game 1 of the World Series, which we did in 03, and then losing Game 2, which we did 6-1, I think was the score in 03 in Yankee Stadium. And I talked before the game, the Phillies need to get greedy. And I talked to you, that's my experience. We wanted to get greedy and win both games at Yankee Stadium. The flight back to Florida after losing Game 2 on the road should have been a happy flight because we got the split. It was a despondent flight because we lost Game 2. If we had lost Game 1 and won Game 2, happy flight. It's still the same result. Why is that? The Phillies go back to Philly now not satisfied with the 2-game split, which they should be because of the way they lost, and all of a sudden you feel like there's a freight train coming named the Yankees, or in this case, a freight train coming named the Astros. Game 3 is going to be very critical because we got down to Florida for Game 3, and guess what? We got our butts kicked again to all of a sudden lose the home field advantage we had gotten in Game 1. Game 3 is going to be so much fun with you on Monday. So important for the Phillies to win that game.
Yeah, but you can understand why they go back to Philadelphia a little bit ticked off, right? Because they feel like they had a good chance to go up 2-0 with Wheeler on the mound, and he just was not effective.
So that's the whole thing. If you look at Wheeler Nola, we talked about the key for the Phillies to win this series. Wheeler and Nola had to be lights out 2 aces. Wheeler and Nola have not been, neither one. By the way, Verlander wasn't. We had 4 aces going in the first 2 games. The most effective pitcher, who was it? Just Valdez, my ace, 1 of the 4, which means this series is now switching to the middle of the rotation starters. Who's got the better depth? And we're going to have plenty of time to talk about that before Monday. But this game sets up. Game 5 becomes necessary. We're going to lose Dermish for a couple days. Yes, we are. But let me tell you, this World Series could still go 6.
No, you're not going to lose me. I'm just going to be in Philadelphia.
I'm going to lose you next to me.
Yeah, that's true.
I need you next to me.
We'll be together in a 2-box.
But you're going to be in my ear instead of in my eye.
That's true. I'll still throw you a couple curveballs like Cromber Valdez did. He threw a lot of nasty curveballs.
Did you notice the curveballs for strikeouts?
I did.
So
5 of them.
That's purposeful, right? When he's getting the strikeouts on the curveballs, those balls start off in the strike zone, and when the batter is swinging, getting ready to swing, they think it's in the strike zone, and they start their swing, and all of a sudden the ball has disappeared. Literally, it's gone full Copperfield, and it is now on the ground. If the curveball starts above you and breaks in, you can actually connect. But when it starts in the strike zone, it looks like it could be his sinker, and all of a sudden you can't hit it. And that's the effectiveness of Valdez, and that is the effectiveness of an ace, and that is called a game-winning pitcher. Valdez is so happy to have gotten this game, having struggled in the last year's World Series, and now he has an opportunity. The last time he was in the World Series, and now has this opportunity. I'm happy for him.
Yeah. You know what I like to do? When I was in college, I like to lay down bunts on a curveball. Just the surprise bunt down the third base line on a curveball. I recognized the pitch. I was a low-level
and hence
college
you're
catcher.
An anchor.
Right. I was a low-level college catcher.
An anchor.
But at least I was yeah, but as a catcher, you recognize, because I'm catching curveballs, you recognize the pitch. Lay down a little bunt down the third base line. The Phillies could not get anything going, and I want to take you to a moment in the 8th inning. Kyle Schwarber hit a home run until he didn't. It was foul, and then the next pitch, a foot from going out.
I can't tell you the number of fights I've had with the commissioner's office about umpire placement. I want to know why the 5th and 6th umpire are standing 15 feet behind the 1st and 3rd base umpire. The left field umpire, the right field umpire. They're right there like they want to be a part of it. I want to see what's going on in the infield. Meanwhile, what we need you for is when what happened in the 8th inning happens. Kyle Schwarber goes deep. It looks foul. Fair ball, home run. The guy lumbers around the bases. The fans are calling foul ball. They go to a review, and it was foul. And then Schwarber gets back in. 99 out of 100 times when you hit a foul ball home run, you strike out. Schwarber, the next pitch, hits it like Aaron Judge did. Do we have that one that Kyle Tucker caught? Do we have the JT Realmuto that Kyle Tucker couldn't quite catch? Guess what? Schwarber flies out to Kyle Tucker again, goes back to the wall, and catches it. 2 successive pitches with a long replay in between. Get the umpires back out there to make that call.
You're fired up about this.
I don't want to waste time on replays when we're paying 2 extra umpires.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. That was a big moment, though. And then Bryce Harper couldn't get it done in that inning. That was kind of the end of it. That was really kind of the end of it.
There's no moral victories. The fact that the Phillies had runners on base, the tying runner on deck, and all this stuff.
Yeah.
In the World Series, we never would say, hey, that was close. Hey, we were almost in that game.
Yep.
We almost won that. No.
Well, they got
winning, losing. That's it.
They did get a run in the 9th, and so then I was starting to think, hey, maybe they'll have a 9th inning rally in them, but they come up short. But again, they got the split, okay? So as baseball fans, this is great because maybe we'll have a long series. As Philly fans, hey, you went to Houston, you got a split. I'll take that. You're Houston. We survived to get a split in the second game of the World Series. All right, your Geico 15-second statement. Give me something bold. What do you have for us?
Jose Altuve, the 5'5" wonder, is going to be the World Series MVP. The man who couldn't get a hit in Game 1.
What?
Everyone assuming he's done. Gets 3 hits in Game 2. He is going to go on to be the difference maker in the 2022 World Series. The Astros will win in 6, and the MVP will be the 65-inch Jose Altuve.
Are you kidding me right now? That was bold.
Wait, was that not 15
that was
seconds?
it was. It doesn't matter. I don't care about the time.
Okay.
That was definitely a wait to see as well. Hashtag wait to see.
Oh, who's sponsoring that?
That's up to you.
Well, I tell you who does.
Okay.
No, it's not on this show.
Well, Geico's sponsoring this.
Wait to see is when we tell you something's going to happen, and sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. We will revisit, even on CBS Sports HQ, when we make picks, when we talk about points, we'll tell you if we get it wrong. We'll tell you if we get it right. There are certain things that we got right about this game, and Philly had the exact approach that we thought they'd have, and they just fell short. Houston did what they had to do. The theme of this game going into an off day is that you've got to find a way with the Phillies to make them satisfied because their greed didn't work. But they should be satisfied. On the Astros side, you can't celebrate that you won Game 2. The fact that you gave up your home field advantage that you worked all season long to get, I'm not jumping for joy right now in that clubhouse having just won the home Game 2. We've got to go to Philly, one of the toughest places to play this postseason, and we got to find a way to do what? We got to win a game. Because if the Phillies sweep the Astros at home, which is not out of the realm of possibility in the Phillies' minds, the series is over. And you're sipping champagne.
Game 5 is necessary.
Game 5 is necessary.
Also, we will revisit that Geico 15-second statement if it becomes true. If it's not true, we'll just forget about it and pretend it never happened. You will, though.
I won't forget about it.
You will revisit it on your show. Nothing personal with David Samson. Professional segue. You want more from David? Of course you do. Delivering his unique take on sports from both a fan perspective and a front office perspective makes you smarter, makes me smarter, entertaining and engaging. And I'm not just saying that.
Thank you, Hakeem.
You can also watch on YouTube.
Thank you. Yes, you can.
You can. Nothing personal with David Samson. Download and subscribe today.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.